Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to the Real Juicy Detox. Welcome to my beach room. And I don't know if you can hear that blender going in the kitchen, but Dali is making himself a shake. Let me just double check something here. Let me know if you guys can all hear me. We were having some technical issues yesterday. The internet just wasn't cooperating. I kept dropping my signal and it would not stream. So tonight we're going to do what we were going to do last night, which is have a detox class where we are doing a Q&A, a question and answer time for you guys to feel free to ask me any questions that you might have about this lifestyle. Let me know if you are doing a detox, if you've got any questions about any healing crisis that you might be experiencing, or just any questions in general. And I know that some of you might be watching because today I posted on my Facebook page and on Instagram my 1 year Fruitarian birthday, which is today. And I am just bursting at the seams, excited about what this last year has been for me. And I wanted to share a little bit of my experience with you. If any of you are interested, now is a great time to ask me. I've had a lot of beautiful questions on the Facebook posts about what did you eat? What do I do when I want to try this? And, so many great questions that I want to definitely invite you guys. If you're new, welcome aboard. I'm so happy that you're here. And if you're not new and you've been here for a while and you've been on this journey with me, I cannot thank you guys enough. Seriously, having you on these past since I first started sharing about my journey with this in a little bit softly in June, and then I think I did a really big Facebook Live in at the end of June or July, and I really laid it out what I was doing, and because I had gotten some time under my belt and I could start feeling what was happening, and I wanted to start sharing it with you more formally. But really it was since October last year when I started doing these classes every day, and sometimes up to 6 hours of classes a day, right? When we were doing this together as a group. And then I sort of tapered down a little bit because my life kind of ramped up with some personal things and good things, good things. And, it was only in October that I really started sharing it in a really big way. And we've built a community here that is just absolutely amazing.
Right.
Oh, thanks, babe. What is in it?
Yeah, it's orange, a little bit of pineapple, and a little bit of banana.
Oh, that's really good. You know what Joel would say, though? Joel would say, our friends on one of our favorite YouTube channels, Joel, you would say, you need to add some mezcal to that. All right, Joel? Yes. No, not for me. That is really good. Thank you, babe. Put it next to my orange juice that I'm drinking. Yeah, so I was saying about this community that we have together with the Real Juicy Detox with all of you. You've been on this journey with me as well. And I think one thing that a lot of people don't realize is how pivotal and how critical this community of the Real Juicy Detox has been for me on my journey. It's made me feel inspired to keep going. It's made me feel more creative. It's made me dig deeper into the science. I'm always studying. And when I say studying, I don't mean, typical BS articles out there that say fruit's bad for you. I mean, studying people who are experienced, are living the lifestyle, have done the research as well, and are showing me those research papers in their YouTube videos. Like, I'm constantly studying, finding new people who've been doing this for a very long time as well. And really, I just got a notification. Another person that I follow all the time, Dr. Morse, just posted a new video as well on YouTube. So make sure to go check that out on his channel on YouTube. But yeah, this community, you guys, not only are you supporting each other on your journey, but you're supporting me on my journey. So I wanted to really thank you guys for being here and watching this process happen in real time with you as you do it. I posted my pictures today of my starting picture on June 1st, 2020, next to my picture that I took yesterday, 365 days of mainly fruit, like I drink fruit juice. I have it for breakfast, lunch, and sometimes dinner. You know, it's just the most healing thing ever. And then you see the picture on the right-hand side. And when we were pulling up, we were out doing an errand, which is why we were a little bit late today. I'm going to pop up all of your greetings and your questions and comments here, guys. I just wanted to start the class off by saying this. One of my cousins had written commenting about how white I am in the previous picture. And really and truly, the proof is in my skin that this is the right thing. The proof is in my skin. Go and, oh, I think I have the picture right here. Let me pull it up. I'm not making this class all about me today. This is about you and all of your questions, but I wanted to start it off, warm it up, wait for everybody to tune in with this little expression of appreciation for you guys and for this lifestyle. Look at the skin color and the tone of my skin on the picture on the left. And by the way, that is the wrong picture. That picture says June 1st, 2021, and that caused such a stir today on social media. Oh my God, you did that in a day? No, like, think about it. 365 days of fruits and living food. Maybe I got the year wrong, which I did. I corrected it since on the Facebook post. But look at my skin. I have not been in the sun all year. This was taken in pretty much the same lighting conditions, different house, but and I had the same 2 double umbrellas that I use right now for my streams, and the front window was open. Pretty much the same. If not, there was more lighting on this one, on the current picture, this one over here, the one on the far side. My skin was so pale before. And I have not been in the sun this year. It's just been starting to get warmed up now in Ontario, Canada, where I live. If there's any proof of your health, it's going to come around in your skin. You're going to see it in your skin. It's going to be looking like ghastly on the left compared to how radiant and I have no body makeup on. I don't do that kind of stuff. And it's like, look at, like, I've just been thinking about this, right? Consciousness. Okay, let me go through. I just wanted to start off as we warm up and we wait for people to come on tonight. I just wanted to share with you. This is what 365 days of being as close to my species-specific diet as I can get it, right? I didn't do it. I did do it all overnight. That's not true. I was going to say I didn't do it overnight, but what I didn't do overnight was experimenting of turning my juice feast into a lifestyle. That took experimentation and work, and I'm still refining it. I'm going to be tweaking it even further to really reduce as much as possible any nuts and seeds and added oil. Avocados I'm going to keep in to my regime, my protocol, because I love them so much. I'm going to keep in coconut, but not the thicker, creamy coconut, but like coconut water and some of the flesh. But I'm going to, I want to really see how doing that, like really clean. So I'm always on it's always in flux. I'm always learning. And I want to give you guys encouragement that if you don't think that you can have this kind of result as well, you can. You absolutely want, and this is just one aspect of me. And I know some people might be thinking, oh my God, like, what's the big deal? You look great in the before pictures. People always say that. No, I didn't. I was miserable. You can see by the look. And I remember this day very clearly. I was trying my best to smile. All right. But I was miserable. I was absolutely miserable. And I was bloated. And I felt like my face looks here, sad, right? This is about returning to our species-specific diet of high fruit, as much fruit as possible, and some vegetables, preferably raw. Nuts and seeds, okay, in moderation, But I want to see what I could really do, because our ancestors were never nut and seed eaters for a lot of really important reasons. Um, we're not birds. We're not birds. We're not seed eaters by nature. And I want to really see what, if this is what I can do in a year, I wonder if I continue on, but really, really focus down and really see what I can do to really keep my diet like as minimal on the fat intake side, like really low fat, like 10% fat. I wonder what and how much my exterior will continue to change as I get older. I'm 55 years old right now. So what a great time to experiment um, uh, with how healthy I could really get. You know what I mean? So I wanted to thank you guys for being on this journey with me. It has meant the world. It really has. I have not cheated. I have not had any meat. I've not had any chicken. I've not had any fish. I've not had any eggs. I've not had any dairy. I've not had any grains. I've not had any beans. I have not had any soy. I've not had any fake vegan food, like all those fake vegan burgers. None of that. No textured vegetable protein. That's all wheat, and that is all not supposed to be in your body, all that processed food. No alcohol. And I cannot tell you how easy it was, except to say that it was really easy. It was really easy to leave out all those stuff, those foods. And I put my fingers up like this because they're not our food. Our food are fruits and vegetables. That is our food. Oh, don't be glitching on me, internet. Shite. Oh man, this thing is happening again. I have frozen, haven't I? Oh man. Hold on, let me see if plugging this in will help. Where is the thing? You can still hear me? Okay. Okay. Sherry says, I hear you. I hear you, but the picture is freezing now. Oh, I think I might. Oh, it's fixed. It's fixed on my side. My monitor, my iPad here that I've got here that I'm monitoring with has unfrozen, and there's usually a 15-second delay. It's just to show us all how time and space are not real. I love you, girl. So this should be working now. I'm going to give the stream a minute to catch up. It's better now. You're back. Okay, cool. It's fixed. Awesome. Awesome. It's fixed. Okay, let's keep our fingers crossed. If it should cut out again, just refresh your browser a few times, or just stay on my channel and just refresh your browser, because I will just shut everything down on my side and then come back on a brand new live. So stay tuned, because this was happening last night as well, and it might happen again. And if it does, I want you guys to stay on, because today is, like I said, a really special day, and I want to answer all of your questions so that you can ride this train with me. Ride this train, borrow my belief. Borrow my belief. when I started this picture, one thing that I did want to say as I was gathering my thoughts before class is this picture on the left. I truly believed that I was onto something. Like I just felt it, I felt that the sound is glitchy. Anybody else? Comes back after a while, but your voice was still there. Okay, this sounds glitchy. Let me know how the sound is, you guys. But come on, internet. Come on, internet. Be nice. It's fine, says Candy. Okay, great. Thank you, Candy Girl. Yes, I want you to borrow my belief. I need to make your belief mine. Absolutely. Absolutely. When I started this, I didn't really realize how profound this result after 365 days was going to be. But I had a feeling like, in your solar plexus area, when you feel pulled to something that you just have a sense is the right thing. Have you ever felt that? And you can see how, yeah. And that's where I was on the picture on the left. But the only way to really build your belief in something is by actually doing the thing and having your experience of it, the highs and the lows, right? Were there a lot of lows for me? I had some pretty intense healing crises. Yeah, I did. But it was always as I was going through those moments where I was feeling completely drugged, like I was being dragged through the dirt, or hit by a truck, as I would say. You know, I would always say to myself, this is why you came. Yes, bring it. You want to detox me? I said to my body at one time when I was really sick. I had eaten those kelp noodle things, and those are such crappy non-foods. Don't eat that. But I had eaten one of those, and I had this detox symptom that was intense. I was throwing up, and I had diarrhea at the same time. And I was just like, I was wrung out. I mean, this went on for a good long time that night. And I said, okay, you want to detox me? Let's go. I'll dry fast you, body of mine. Let's go. Let's get this out. And I dry fasted because that is the most accelerated form of detox you can do. I don't recommend doing it on a regular basis. That's just me. I think it's better to continue to feed your body a lot of beautiful, dense, alkaline, nutritious, natural electrolyte food while you're going through your regular, day-to-day detox lifestyle. But my body was in detox mode, and I was going to ride that baby all the way home. And I dry fasted for 36 hours because I wasn't hungry anyhow. I had no appetite. And I said, okay, you want to do this? Let's do this. Right? Your body will go into a natural forced fast when you are in need of a detox. When things get too elevated on the toxicity scale inside of yourself, your body will naturally put you into a detox. That's why we get the cold and the flu. That's our body's natural attempt to get us to open up our sweat glands, to get the toxins out. That's why we have a fever. It brings up the temperature so the body can act in a better way with our immune system, right? That's the body's natural reaction. But now we have somehow become afraid of the flu. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Well, that is the body's natural reaction. Maybe look at what's causing the body to need to expel all these toxins. And what that is all the toxic crap we put into our bodies, like I was doing up until, how do you think I got like this? One of the comments in my post today was on, well, I thought you were skinny in 2017, Burns. What happened? I loved that question. Here's what happened. I had been in a 54 at the time year cycle of years of yo-yo dieting, calorie restriction, eating too much protein, over exercising while calorie restriction and eating too much protein. I was also over exercising on the fitness program. Any of you fitness people out there can relate to this? Of course, your body is going to be skinny. Your body will metabolize fat. Absolutely. Are you going to still be extremely acidic on a cellular level? Yeah. And there's a lot of other cells in our body besides just the fat cells that you think you're getting rid of, right? This keto diet nonsense. I've been all through all of it. The protein shakes, the isogenics crap, the body for life, or whatever it was before that. I can't remember. You know, Amanda, yeah, you can relate to that, right, Amanda? All of that stuff, the excess dairy, the excess protein, the cooked powdered supplements, all of that crap that they put into a bottle and tell us, take this. Oh, you want collagen? No, honey, collagen has to do with your body's ability. Your body's not absorbing any of that collagen in a bottle. Come on, wake up, stop it. Stop it with the insane marketing to make a buck. You want to have true health? You want to have some results like I had? You want to change your life? You want your relationship with yourself to be better? Do you want your relationship with food to be better? Do you want what is truly food? Not this meat and dairy and sugar and processed carbohydrate shit. Excuse my French, kids. That you think is food. That is not food. That is stuff that they've put in front of you to market so that you buy it, so that you line their pockets with their dollar bills from groceries and then their dollar bills from medical crap to try to fix what their poison has done to your body. And I say this with love because I'm telling you, these are the things that I have learned in this last year. How did I learn this? Because I woke up and I started to change what I was putting in my body. And I stopped listening to the doctors who were telling me that we need to cut you open again. That was what my life was last year. Those of you who don't know, because I know that you might be new watching this. By the way, let's ring some bells for all the new kids in class. Congratulations. You are taking the time to open up your mind to a different way of looking at things. When we listen to doctors who tell us that what you eat and what you put in your body does not matter to your physical condition, you need to fire that doctor. I don't have any hesitation in saying that. They don't know what they're talking about. They will cut you open. They will remove body parts. They will pump you full of chemotherapy and radiation, and then medication upon medication that destroys your body. I know what I'm talking about, guys. I've been down this road, right? I had 90% of my stomach removed in 2011 for gastrointestinal stromal tumor. And then in 2017, I had the same scar opened up to remove 75% of my liver for the same gastrointestinal stromal tumor. And they were telling me that I had to go back last June. Last June, I was waiting for my surgery date. I'd already had my pre-op appointments. I didn't talk about this on social media because I didn't know how to friggin' handle it. I spent a lot of days in the shower crying by myself, trying to deal with this news and praying for a solution. And it wasn't going to come at the bottom of some protein powder bottle canister. I had just tried that again, tried to go back on the isogenics program because I knew, oh my God, I can't go into surgery looking like and feeling like this. I knew that I had to do something or else I wasn't going to survive that surgery. I was overweight and in trouble on many levels. Pre-op appointment, you're anemic, you need to eat, well, what do I do for that? You need to eat organ meat and lots of it. And I said, that was one of the wake-up moments for me. This was my pre-op nurse telling me this. And that was one of my wake-up moments. And I was like, that's crazy. I think by that time, actually, I was like a couple weeks. Yeah, I was 2 weeks into juicing at that point. It was 2 weeks after this picture was taken. I was 2 weeks into juicing. I was already deep in, I had all my pre-op appointments with my surgeon and my pre-op team, but via Skype because of the C word, the C19 thing that happened in 2020. And I was facing down the barrel of another surgery. And the minute she told me that, and I had been deep into John Rose at the beginning of my journey, it was the tipping point for me. At that moment, I said, y'all are friggin' nuts. If that's your recommendation for me to improve my iron supply, that's crazy. Because by this point, I was in. Right around that time, right after that, or maybe right at that time, I was researching the Gerson method as well. It was right before I really dove into Dr. Robert Morse, which really just completely convinced me. I decided after finding Dr. Morse that this made the most sense, what he was talking about, and decided to immediately become a certified detox specialist so that I could be certified and certain and confident that what I was doing for myself was the right thing to do. I didn't want to have to piece it together from bits and pieces of binge watching his videos on YouTube. I knew for sure that because he had a certification program, and that's why I wish John Rose would have gotten his stuff together to write his book or do whatever, become a, but that wasn't the option. The option was with Dr. Morse. And I'm so glad that I did, because I got absolute confidence as becoming certified as a detoxification and regenerative specialist, that what I was doing was right for me to deal with what I was doing. I was stepping away from the medical approach, and I was going into the naturopathic, the true traditional naturopathic, not naturopathy, not like a naturopathic doctor, like who's going to prescribe supplements and tell you to eat fish, for God's sake. What the hell is wrong with some of these people? Basic chemistry, folks, basic chemistry. Basic chemistry. We don't put certain chemistry in our body if we don't want, unless we want to create a certain effect, right? The chemistry we put in our body creates either an alkaline or acid effect in our body. It's just basic chemistry, folks. It's simple. If I can understand this from a chemistry point of view, a 2-year-old can, because I was not a chemistry person. I did not go into the health sciences in school. Not me. This is simple. This is simple. And we make it complicated, and we don't need to. You don't need to make this complicated. You do need to do the work to study and to understand. And that's why I teach these classes, because I want to provide the information, all of the information that I got from me taking my responsibility for my life away from the doctors. And I literally always said, granted, it was on their operating table. My life is in your hands, because it was, right? But I gave over too much of that power on a personal level. Like within me, I felt like my life was in their hands. And it was, because I gave that over to them. But I took my power back about 2 weeks after this picture was taken. But I took my power back when I started this day. But I really took it back when I decided to fire my doctors and focus on Dr. Morse and hire him and hire myself as my own detox specialist. And I want to bring that information to you guys. That's why I teach these classes. That's why I'm so passionate about it. That's why I think that's because my intention is pure, and I will say that it is, because it frigging is. I've been able to inspire you guys to learn about this in a way that makes it really, really, really easy, because it is. It really is. So borrow my belief, man. I know that when you're at the beginning of this journey, it's hard to believe that this is it. I know that sometimes for some of you who might be dealing with this, and you're in your second year of dealing with this, and you feel like, when is this ever going to work? I want to ask you to borrow my belief, because I never really could have predicted how good I feel with being high fruit, no restrictions. Like if I want to eat a certain fruit, I eat it, and what I'm also learning now is eating in abundance, not holding back, because it took me about a year to get out of that deprivation mindset. I mean, I wasn't depriving myself, but I always was fighting this mindset of mine about that relationship with food, where you think, oh, I can't eat a mango because that'll make me fat. 2 bananas? Oh my God, I've totally cheated. No, no. Like I had to really, it was a real process to work through that. But it's working through that process that allows you to have a really strong belief, because you come out on the other side and you feel that, what that actually feels like, and it becomes your new identity. And it's no longer even about believing, it's about knowing. I often say in class, when you know better, you do better, right? It's about when I say no, I don't just mean to intellectually know something. Okay, I do apologize. You can hear me now. You should be able to, yeah, you can hear me now. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Little glitch there. I forgot to plug in my laptop. Oh, so that'll take a minute to fire back up. So I apologize for that little thing. Yeah, you can hear me now. Okay. Oh, what was I saying? I I can't remember what I was saying. Um, I was talking about borrowing my belief at any rate. I want you to borrow my belief. When you do this and you do it consistently, you start. Oh, I was talking about knowing is even more elevated in vibration than belief, right? So anyhow, that's what I wanted to just ask. Well, Renee was asking, did you ever cheat? And I didn't, because Renee, I really got the message loud and clear. Cheat on what? Did I ever cheat? Yeah, actually, I did cheat in the sense that at one point I was eating a little bit too much cooked food, especially within these last, not these last 10 days or the 2 weeks before I cleaned that up, but like about a couple months ago, a month or so ago. If you call that cheating, unless you mean cheat as in terms of old types of junk food like potato chips or chocolate or coffee. Oh, I gave that up as well. Or anything like that, or meat, or eggs, or dairy, or um, uh, pastries, or grains, or cooked stuff, cooked like sweets. Um, what else did I used to eat? Or like raw, like those vegan fake food and stuff like that. Never, never once. Those are my non-negotiables. That's not chemistry I want in my body. I don't want any of that chemistry in my body ever again. It's not our food. It makes you feel like crap. It's what led me to be looking like this. And you're absolutely right, Sherry. I mean, I'm going so off of the schedule of when people popped in with their questions, and I do apologize. That's not my usual style. Usual style, but you all know me and love me, so you're not going to hold that against me, right? Of course not. Of course not, Burns. Why would we ever hold that against you? We would never. Never would I. Let me just get back into here. Having troubles loading. Having trouble loading your broadcast. I'll try again. When we cheat, we aren't cheating our diet. We are cheating on ourselves. Exactly. Exactly. And one of the things that I found so helpful for me is to make sure that I'm always nourished with beautiful food, real living food, in so much abundance that if anything, I was overfull. Although that I don't play that game, because when I had my stomach removed for that uh, tumor that was on my stomach. They removed 90% of my stomach in a traditional Roux-en-Y operation, which totally freaked me out when I woke up from that surgery. Hey, doctor, how did the surgery go? Great, we removed 90% of your stomach. And I went, what? Come again? What? I was freaking out. I was like, what? What? I'll never be able to eat in a restaurant again? Like, what do you mean? What have you I felt freaking violated. I had no idea that's what he was planning on doing. And interestingly enough, let me just do this. Interestingly enough, when I woke up from that surgery back in December of 2011, was diagnosed in November 1st. When I woke up from that surgery, honestly, I had no idea that they were actually also planning on removing my pancreas. Thank God the tumor was not in the pancreas. It was on the outside of my stomach because, oh my God, just like absolutely amazing. So I know what eating that kind of junk food does to my body. That's the kind of stuff I've been through. And when you realize and you understand how this all works, and you have a deep healing that you also have to heal the personal trauma when you realize that you did it to yourself out of ignorance or out of not wanting to know the truth, so you don't go looking for the truth. You know, that might show up like looking for juicing. Like suddenly I was ready for the truth because I was done with that old version of the story, completely done with it. So you have to understand what you're doing with the food that you're thinking is food that you're putting in your body. And once you have a deep understanding of that, like really deep, which is why I'm so, again, passionate about teaching this to you guys, because I want you to understand the simplicity of what we're doing to our bodies, but how absolutely destructive what we are doing to our bodies is. It really is. When you come to terms with that, you need to come to terms with that. When you're on this healing journey, I remember what that felt like very clearly. That was a huge emotional detox for me where I had to forgive myself. Remember, Candy? You coached me through that. My Candy girl, I was sitting on the patio at my sister's cottage on the shore of Lake Ontario. Waves were crashing right in front of me, literally right in front of me. And I hugged myself and I said over and over that Ho'oponopono. I'm sorry, please forgive me. I love you and thank you, over and over, tears streaming down my face. I had to let go of all of the emotions that came with knowing that everything I experienced in my life, in my physical body, I did to myself, including the cancer, by what I was putting into my body since I could remember, since I was my earliest memories. I've been a sugar addict, but what I know now is that I was just craving my natural species specific diet, because although my mom was an amazing cook, like it was all very heavily oiled up and it was very heavy food, right? It was not our species specific diet. Very little fruit, very, very little fruit, you know. I was craving my species specific diet, but in that it turned into a lot of sugar addiction and a lot of just bad food choices, man, just really bad food choices, really, really bad. And a lifetime of eating, of body dysmorphia, a lot of really messed up relationships with food. I've never had an eating disorder. I've never been anorexic, and I've never been bulimic. But I've had this really weird relationship with food, especially around fruit. So going into this has really challenged me to let go of my fear of fruit, because we don't have anything to fear about the food that our creator specifically made for our species. Every single species has a specific diet that when they were created, it wasn't willy-nilly, it was specific to our anatomy 100%. We are animals in the term in the grand scheme of things. We are animals on this planet. We are physical beings that this is where we house our ego, our id, our sense of identity as it individuated from other people. We are. I was just having this conversation with Dali in the truck tonight. It was like so good to remember that we are all one. We really are. We just come and have these seemingly individual experiences in these individuated lives and in these individuated bodies, right? But when we make our transition, we were looking at the picture of his dad on his Facebook cover photo, and his dad passed away last year, and it's a great picture of his dad. He's got his arms up in the air, and you know, we were talking about how really getting into some beautiful conversations. Anyhow, suffice it to say that we all come from the same source of energy. Some of us call that source energy. Some of us call that the universe. Some of us call that God, Allah, Jehovah, Yahusha, whatever, however you and your, wherever your spiritual beliefs lie. You know what I'm talking about, right? But, you know, can't remember where I was going with that thought. I can't remember. So I want you to borrow my belief, guys. I want you to borrow my belief. Borrow my belief, man. Borrow my knowing. But if you need to get to belief before you can know. Honestly, you need to have clear and lofty intentions of what your goals are for doing this. Right? Even if it's just as simple as I just really want to be healthy again and I just want to lose some weight, or I want to not get rid of this, you know, ulcer, or whatever it is. Just have a really lofty goal because you will surpass it. I'm telling you, if you jump in and you just go with borrow my belief and until yours gets enough momentum underway, I'm telling you that you're going to amaze yourself, because this picture is, I can't stop looking at, my goodness. So, you know, you guys can do this as well. And I'm just at the beginning of my journey. This is just my first 365 days, my first year. But I know for sure that the more, first of all, the more I learn, the more I realize I don't know anything. The more I know, the more I realize I don't know anything. You know, always stay hungry for knowledge, always stay open for the power of the divine to work in your life. Always stay open to that. Stay open to that. And the best way to stay open to that, in my opinion, is to consume the divine. If you want to become the divine, if you want to have that divine energy, if you want to have that glow, if you want to have that, you know, vitality and health, honestly, you gotta drink it from the source, right? You don't need to be afraid of your fruit at all. Let me have a sip and then I'm going to read your awesome questions and comments. There's something about pure orange juice, I'm telling you. It's like it's like the nectar of the gods, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Are those 6-hour classes still available? Yes, they're all on YouTube. I taught, I don't know, over 300, maybe 400, I can't remember, classes since October of 2020, and they're all on my YouTube channel. Go and check. Hi, Judy. My cousin Judy is here. Carrie is here. Hello, all, says Carrie. Hi, Carrie. Happy fruity birthday. I know. I feel more excited than as if it was my birthday. I'm so happy. By the way, I'm on my rebounder in case you're wondering why I'm bouncy. It's easier on my feet than standing on a solid floor. Thank you, Janita. I love you as well, babe. What's my favorite improvement since you've been wrong? Everything I just said. Rewind, play, everything. I love that I'm not addicted to pain medication anymore. I love that I don't get daily headaches, sometimes all day long, like day after day after day. I'm glad that I'm not in any chronic pain. I'm grateful that I can run up the stairs from the basement to the top floor. Like literally, I can jog it. And sometimes I do when I'm in a hurry or whatever, or just climb those stairs without being out of breath like I was before. I'm just happier in my skin. My relationship with myself is so much better. And in turn, my relationship with the people around me is so much better. My relationship with God and other living beings is just off the chain. I love that. I'm not a religious person by any means. And quite frankly, I don't even pray every day. So there, I'm a bad Christian, I guess, maybe. But I will say my connection with God in all moments of my life is amplified. It's like my temple has really become my temple, you know? I love that I'm not in fear of cancer anymore. I love that. I love how great my bowels work. It's like, that's really good. Um, I love how I look. I love how I feel. I love the fact that I am a living example of this truth for you guys. And I love that you guys are here with me on this. I'm sure I'll think of a lot of other things, but how about that? Does that work for you? You also got rid of that tumor on your back. Yeah, it's still there a little bit. It's still there a little bit. I'll show you guys. It might look a lot. I don't know. I don't know with the lighting. And I'm also a lot leaner. And I think as a result, whatever is left there is also going to appear bigger. You know, I lost 30 pounds, by the way. That before and after photo, that was 30 pounds difference. I love that let me go back to consciousness. I love that I can eat as much as I want. I love that I don't have to diet anymore. I love that I don't have to over exercise. I mean, yes, getting exercise is great. You guys know I love my rebounder. No. Oh, this one isn't on anyhow. I do want to turn back on my better microphone though. Give me a second. Okay, so that'll be working now. Okay, yeah. Check, 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 check. Hello, everybody. Tonight. No, I won't do that. I'm not a singer. Not at all. Hey there, Carrie. So glad that you are here. Oh my gosh, I think you're a new student in class. Welcome to class. Welcome to class. I answered that one. How much herbs did you take in the year? Very few. I did make Heal All tea and I've been drinking that. But other than that, I'm just letting the power of the fruits do their magic, baby. You don't have to take herbs to clean out your body. You put in your natural species specific diet and your body will do the rest, baby. Your body will do the rest. Yes, you can have herbs to support and to help your body along, absolutely, but it's not necessary. Okay, I'm muted there as well. How much did you lose in a year? I lost 30 pounds, honey, 30 pounds. Did you crave something warm? Yes, I did. And when I did, I made something warm. No, actually, I didn't crave something warm. I just felt like having something. I don't have cravings. I just thought, it would be great to make. I'd want to make some curry. So I did. I've also made raw curry, by the way. What was your go-to when you wanted comfort food? Fruit. I don't have the same association between emotions and needing comfort and food anymore. That was one of the things that I healed on this journey. I started to look at my food as chemistry that I was putting into my body to affect a certain chemical response that I was looking for. Does that make sense? So the foods, when I wanted comfort food, if I felt like if I was craving something sweet, I would eat something sweet. I would make something sweet, or I would eat fruit. If I was craving something savory, I made a salad or raw vegan burgers or Burnsy burgers or raw pizza or sushi, raw sushi. Like, I learned how to take care of what I was putting into my body, so that the emotion of needing comfort, I the emotion of enjoying my food and savoring my food, and the food that I make is like amazing, amazing. So I left all of my emotions on that side of things. I am passionate about the food that I eat. I'm passionate about the creations that I make. I savor them. I enjoy them. You don't crave a need for old garbage comfort food when you stop putting it into your body. Putting it into your body continues to create the need for that craving. All right. When you make better choices and create those flavors, those textures, those spices, everything, everything about it, you're not going to crave the other crappy stuff. What you're craving is nutrition. And when you give your body high amounts of beautiful fruit nutrition primarily, you don't crave nutrition, because you're giving your body the beautiful stuff that you were designed to crave. What you're craving is fruit, basically. You're craving something sweet, you're craving fruit. Oh, thank you so much, Amanda. I love you, babe. Leandro, wow, so hard. I tried to do 75 hard and failed in many ways, except on exercising every day and alcohol drinking. You tried to do what? What is 75 hard? You mean 75 days or 75% fruit? Yes. Sometimes people make this harder on themselves than they need to. By the way, Leandro, welcome to class. Another new student in class. Welcome, welcome. Really glad to have you guys here. Thank you so much for watching. If you failed in other ways, I highly encourage you to join our Facebook group and become a part of the community, because a lot of us do have to learn how to turn this into a lifestyle that we can be successful at. And that's where the support of the community comes in so important. That's where coming to these classes has helped people so much. If any of you who are watching right now on the live or on the replay, let me know in the comments if coming to these classes and being a part of our community has enabled you to get over those, struggles or little speed bumps that we might face from time to time. This is such an important part of your success, right? Yeah, sometimes eating this way can be a challenge when you're out. You've got other social commitments and you're faced with all of this like mouth-watering stuff, and like, oh my God, how do you say no to that? Or maybe you have family that's not supportive of you, or who are flat out trying to sabotage you because they're threatened by your attempt to actually finally get over your addiction to some of these other things that we have. It's hard. I get it, right? Not everybody has really good support around them. That's where we can make it easier on each other. That's why we started this in the first place. We started the group. That's why I started teaching the classes, so that you guys would have a place to come and ask your questions. And when you're having certain cravings, come and bring those questions to class, so that we can make this easy and that we can do this together, right? That's the whole point of all of this. And I see that Carrie says, definitely these classes have helped me keep on track. I appreciate you very much for doing them. Thank you so much, Carrie. I really appreciate hearing that. It's been amazing it's been an amazing opportunity for me to keep on top of the information, the right information, and to help you guys apply the information. It's not just about knowing the information. I think that's what I was going to say before when I was fiddling with my computer here. It's not about knowing. It's not just enough to know, to really put it into practice. That's how you really know something. It's not just an intellectual knowing. It's a real practical application of it. And that's where this community, Leandro, would really come in handy for you. Carrie Ann also says it definitely, as it's not a diet most people around me get. So it's great to come somewhere where people understand and can help with tips and experience. That's right. That's right. And you know what? I'm aware that there are a lot of Facebook groups out there, and the information could be, you ask a question and you get 100 different answers from 100 different people, right? It's about knowing where to get your information. And because of what I do here, and because I also come from a teaching background, I was a elementary and secondary school teacher in Ontario, Canada for 19 years. If any of my students are out there, hi, oh my gosh, you've grown up so much. You're like a big person now. That was starting in 1991. It's so important to get the right information. It really is. And I guess there's a lot of people out there who have versions of the right information. It's about consistency, whichever way you go. And when I say other people who are like credible and valid, it's actually not that many. There's a lot of misinformed, air quotes, vegans out there. Know where you're getting your information from, and trust your own heart and your own gut. What is pulling you? What is making, like, do your research. You know what I mean? You don't believe me? Will Banks, that we are fruitarian? Go do the research. Go do the research. That was one of the comments in my post today. Oh yeah, we are after all are frugivores, which is what I said in my post. That's not true, he said. Yes, it is. Put away your ego for a bit. Put it in your back pocket. It's okay. It'll be right there when you want to get it back. Okay. Put your ego aside for a minute and start doing some research. Start doing some research, and you will see that we are, in fact, about, is it 18,600,000 years old as a species? It's only in the last 20,000 that we've been cooking food and eating other grains. You can't cook grains without You can't eat grains without cooking with fire, right? That's only been around for the last 20,000 years. Before that, we were frugivores. And we're a tropical species as well. And when we migrated north and south to colder climates, we turned to eating other things, and we've adapted. We have adapted, right? But you got to leave yourself open to, expanding your mind a little bit, And where is that meme? This one. Let go of what you think you know, because what we know and what we've been fed, a lot of it are lies. Yeah. Lies like fruit is bad for you and fruit will give you diabetes. Nothing could be further from the truth. Nothing could be further from the truth, right, David? David's here in class tonight, which I love, right? David, blood sugar, 209. I'm down over 200 points on my blood sugar. Still high, but he's working on it and it's coming down. And as he continues to learn and apply the knowledge, it's going to return to normal, right? What hurts fat metabolism more than anything else is high-fat diet. It blocks your insulin receptors on a cellular level throughout your entire body. That is what leads to diabetes. It's not sugar, and it's certainly not fruit sugar. My God, that heals the body. Let's see here. Yes, so Leandro, I need to make your belief mine. Please borrow my belief. I got so much of it. I got enough for me, you, and everybody else here. Honestly, borrow my belief. Do you have a webpage or a Facebook account where one can copy your my no-nos? Yes, I definitely do. The link to, you're watching this on Facebook right now. That's my Facebook account. And there's a link to our group in the description of this video. You can go ahead and join our group there. And, everything you need is right here, man. I'm right here for you. My son has hey, Carrie Ann. Oh, sorry to hear that, hon. My son has a bad cold at the moment and trying to tell him to let his body just rest and do what it needs. Exactly. We need the body to rest. If he's having a healing opportunity or a healing crisis or detox symptoms, And his body needs to rest. His body is at work on this. And the more rest that you get when you're having healing or detox symptoms, a healing crisis, I like to call it a healing opportunity. It's an opportunity for you to heal yourself. It's an opportunity for you to surrender. My God, I would not be here speaking to you about any of this if I didn't surrender back then in June. This is all an opportunity to surrender, because you know how much we don't want to take a rest, right? Like your son, he's like, no, I don't want to rest. I don't want to rest. Yes, Crystal says, I can see a huge difference in my skin from a high fruit, mostly raw diet. Yeah. And Crystal, yeah. I mean, this is just amazing, right? Got rid of mine. Best thing I did. Awesome. Hey, Cheryl is here. Happy anniversary, Burns. Thank you for all you do. You're so welcome for inspiring and supporting me. I'm visiting my family today. We'll watch the replay later tonight. It's my 4-month anniversary today. Yes. 4 months completely raw. Wow. I'm proud of myself and encouraged by my results. You go, girl. Enjoy your family time. And thank you for being an inspiration for me. You inspire me all the time. You guys want to see Cheryl's pictures? Check this out. Check out this girl. Which class did I have it in? Yeah, look at Cheryl last summer. You know. All right, you were rocking your thing, girl. I see your sass. I love it. But look at her now. Look at her now. Amazing. And then we were talking that day about Kristen. Look at Kristen's healing journey, right? Still on her journey, but now she's in a paddle boat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm so proud of you guys. So proud of all of you. So many of you have had such beautiful healing with this. So it makes the effort that I put in so worth it. I mean, I love doing it. I love teaching. As you guys know, I'm a teacher. I love doing this with you. So just knowing that you guys are getting benefit and value from it, that just makes me feel so good. But just knowing that you're healthy and that you're reconnecting with your true vitality. And for some of you, you've never been connected with your true vitality. For me, emergency appendectomy when I was 7 years old. Like, come on, I've been unhealthy my entire life. And that's just the beginning of it. Yeah. So I'm super proud of you too, Cheryl. Really proud of you, babe. Hey, Maureen is here. Maureen is here. Maureen. How you doing, babe? Happy 1 year being super healthy. Thank you so much. I so appreciate that. Because God knows I have struggled. Are you still here, Maureen? Oh, yeah. I haven't jumped into the lifestyle, but I sure feel like I'm being pulled in this direction. Maureen, the only thing I can tell you is listen to that tug. That is your future self calling you. I'm so happy to hear that you have been, you're being tugged in this direction, babe, because I love you. And I understand your struggle, and I understand where you are. And I have so much, my heart just even as I'm talking to you now, my heart is just, I can just feel it just swelling for you. You know, the path that you're on right now isn't it, babe. That's why you're being pulled in this direction. I'm just going to lay it out. What the hell? I'm just going to lay it out because I love you. Doing what you're doing right now is destroying your body. Your skin is suffering. You said that in your live recently, right? God knows, I'm sure your bowels are in trouble. You feel it too, eh? I feel that connection. You just get me. Yeah. Because I've been there. Your solution isn't in the opening of a packet or at the end of bottom of some bottle of supplement. It just isn't. And it's certainly not in eating the flesh of other animals. And you know that. You know that. You know that on a virtuous level. You know that on an emotional level, and your body is telling you on a physical level. I bet you money you're constipated. You're either constipated or you've got irritable bowel syndrome, but you cannot not have fiber in your body, and putting in all this animal stuff. It's not good for you, babe. It's not. What have you got to lose? I know you hate that you've gone back to meat. And you know what? You can turn this around right now. You can turn this around right now. You can turn this around, babe. I did. I turned it around. I've not dieted. I've not bought. I've not lined anybody else's pocket with my money. I've eaten my face off. I've eaten so much food, and such delicious food, and food that's actually food for human consumption. So I want to ask you, Mo, come and do this with me. Come and do it with the Real Juicy Detox, because you're worth it. And it really is the path to health and vitality. Nothing is an accident. Nothing is an accident. And I will be here patiently and keep on talking about this until I feel like it's no longer my passion and my purpose in life. I won't do something that's not my purpose. If you see me doing something, it's my purpose and I'm passionate about it and I believe in it. And at one time it was with isogenics, and it was with all of the protein nonsense, and it was with all of that. But hey, man, when you know better, you do better, right? So do it. You got so much to live for. You've got so much to live for, honestly, and live in a healthy, brilliant, truly who you want to be and how you want to be. And it's not going to be about counting calories, and it's not going to be about excessive eating of fat, which, unless you're trying to be a diabetic, you know. I question, Amanda says, so often if that's what caused me to land in emergency surgery. Of course it was. Of course. It's acid chemistry you're putting in your body, but not just that. Also, how were you eating before in your life? How were you eating up until then? I'm sure it was high acid forming food. When we destroy our bodies with acid forming food, and then one event happens, or you take one thing, we want to pin it on that one thing. It's not that one thing. That's just the tip of the iceberg. What about all the other things? What kind of condition were you in leading up to that? What did you inherit from your parents? What kind of raw materials did you get for your bowels? You know, for some people, gastrointestinal stromal tumor, for example, will show up anywhere along the digestive tract. That's the nature of it, right? Had appendicitis early, 7 years old. Digestive problems, right? More digestive problems everywhere. You know, of course, the isogenic stuff impacted. Putting on more dairy. I don't know, were you plant-based on isogenics? I assume that you were taking the regular stuff that we all were. And we bought into that. And why? To line whose pockets, really? At what expense to us for our health? And we see so many people in that industry doing this, and it's like holy wow, you know. So yeah. Oh, today is your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear David. You are so amazing, such a beautiful soul. We are so happy that you are here. Happy birthday to you. Yay! Happy birthday, David. Oh my gosh, guys, give David a happy birthday in the comments. Oh, I see that some of you were. Me said happy birthday. Dee says happy birthday. Oh my gosh. So cool. Okay, let me scroll back up. Happy birthday, David. We're so glad that you're here. So glad that you're having a good day. Mila asked, what percentage would you say was fruit in your diet? I would say on average about 75%, although there were a lot of times where I was near 100%. In fact, I did like a 40-day juice fast, all on fruit. Then I did a 21-day grape juice fast that was all on fruit. But for the majority, when I'm eating a detox lifestyle, about 75 to 80%. Yeah. Thank you so much, Carrie Ann. Thank you. I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody up there. Sheila. Hi, Sheila, babe. Having a hard time forgiving myself for all that I've done to myself. Well, that's your work. That's a good indication. Your emotions, just like your body, just like the fruits, will highlight for you where you are weakest by showing you where the pain is, or where the bladder infections are, or the skin rashes that you might experience as part of your detox symptoms. In the same way, our emotions will also show us where stuff is being brought up to the surface to be released. And the fact that you are even able to express that, I'm having a hard time forgiving myself for all that I've done to myself, you know exactly what your work is. That's this whole process showing you the emotional detox that you now need to embrace and surrender to. Surrender to it. Ask yourself for forgiveness. Tell yourself that I'm so sorry. I didn't know what I was doing. Thank you for trying to protect me and for protecting me so well. Listen, I still look good. And Sheila, you need to start telling yourself that. You still look all right, you know? And here you are trying to protect me from myself. You are so wise. Thank you so much. Hey, Maureen, happy birthday to whoever is celebrating today. Yes, David is celebrating his birthday. I'm celebrating my Fruitarian birthday. All healthy ingredients in there, absolutely. Oh yeah, we make it up here, girl. Let me tell you what, the desserts are all right. So Sheila, this emotional release is, if you want to continue on your healing journey, you got to heal the emotional stuff that comes up too. You got to be forgiving to yourself. You got to give yourself grace. You have to thank your body for carrying you this far, and you have to remind your body that you're going to do everything in your power now to continue the healing journey, and stop looking at other people and, oh, they get to eat that and they're so lucky. Really? Is he really that lucky, Sheila? Doesn't look too healthy to me. I'm sorry. It's true. And you know it too. And you don't know the personal hell and agony anybody else is facing when they go home after eating that stuff, or if they live with you, what they're experiencing. The tummy aches, the belly aches, the heart palpitations, the sweating, the body odor, the irritable bowel syndrome, the colitis, you name it. People suffer in silence, left, right, and center. So you got to love yourself through the process, babe. You got to love yourself through the process. As I said in some part earlier in this class, when that came up for me, I had to just embrace it and just feel the emotion of it, and promise myself in that moment that I was going to do everything in my power to never be asleep at the wheel again. Yeah. I made that commitment to myself. And I remind myself of that every day. Why am I doing this? And I don't allow myself to go asleep at the wheel anymore. Yes, I know it's hard, says Consciousness. But remember that when we let go of trauma, that not just leaves our soul, but it also leaves our physical bodies as well. Beautiful, babe, beautiful. And I know that you are responding to Sheila because you were, hello, Sheila. I know it's hard. Aw, I love you guys so much, supporting each other like this. No, Sheila, we didn't know better yet, right, Sherry? Now we're learning, so we can go forward from where we are now. Exactly. We didn't know what we didn't know, man. We didn't know what we didn't know. Yes, it is our spiritual connection. Our spiritual connection to ourself is so important. And Sheila says, hey, consciousness. Thank you. And thank you, Sherry. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much, Paula. I feel amazing. I feel amazing. No more to say on that. I feel amazing. Thank you, Deepika. Oh my gosh, Deepika is here. And Sammy. Hi, Sammy. I love your transformation. You're truly amazing. Happiest birthday, Burns. Stay blessed as always. Yes, indeed, babe. I'm so happy that you're here. Meditations help me heal faster. They so do. This is an emotional as well as a spiritual journey. We need to take whatever practices that we can and apply them to our lives. And these things like meditation help us tune into who we really are. It helps us focus down into the present moment. It quietens down. It quiets. Thank you. It quiets that monkey mind. It really does. It really does. And we have a greater connection with our inner being, our own soul, our own God. It really is so important. And I do it twice a day. And I highly recommend that you guys do as well. Hey, Paula. Oh my gosh. Paula says, I was raised with fruit being a treat due to it being out of season where we live. So now I am having a blast here in Florida where fruit is plentiful and reasonably priced. Love the feeling of stuffing myself with fruit, and my body loves it. Good girl, you are doing it. Yes, I'm so happy to hear that. Yeah, it's so true, right? We always, you can have that dessert if you eat all your other stuff, right? Fruit should be your primary source of nutrition for your meal. Honestly, it should, because that's what we were designed to do. And we are a tropical species. And I'm so happy that you're enjoying all of that beautiful tropical fruit. Yeah, being at peace is awesome. That's what it's all about, right? Yes. And David said, I love not feeling bloated. Me too. Although this is one thing that I've learned recently is that it is so normal after you have a substantial serving of fruit, as you should, you will feel your belly bloated out. It's not bloated though. It's not bloated, you just feel it distended because you've just eaten a big fruit meal. But you go to the bathroom, you go for a bowel movement, or you go for a pee, and that goes down. You don't want to overfill your stomach anyhow, you know what I mean? But even when you eat a moderate amount, you could feel like full, but it's different. It's not bloated. It's not everywhere. It's not like you feel like somebody could just poke a pin in you and you just go, psh. It's not that. It's like that distended, good abdominal full feeling that you should have after you eat. Yes, Carrie says, I found doing this 6 months that my best food is melons. I feel amazing when I eat these. I'm eating honeydew right now. Oh, that's so good, babe. I love the energy I receive from them, and I feel lots of detox symptoms after eating them. Awesome. But I do have a question. Why do I not have any stomach discomfort like others when I eat cooked food? I don't plan on cheating, but have in the past, and I'm just curious if my GI tract is that screwed up that I don't feel discomfort with cooked food, or I've eaten focaccia bread, etc. I can't see the rest of the comment here. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. When I eat cooked food, I can feel my bowel movements as they move their way across my abdomen, and I can feel it sometimes feel a little bit hard. You know what I mean? As opposed to when I'm eating mostly fruit and all raw, I don't have that issue. My bowel movements are also different. It's more solid as opposed to still kind of solid form, but all loose at the same time, if you know what I mean. Sorry if that's too gross for any of you who have never been on one of my videos before where we talk about the consistency of our bowel movements and our urine. So sorry. But yeah, I don't know why that is. I don't know. I have a rare type of diabetes. Is this okay? Yes, absolutely. You might need to monitor your blood sugars really carefully. It doesn't matter how rare it is. It's like cancer. I have one of the rarest forms of cancer. Woohoo! Like as if that's a prize I need to wear. But I used to wear it. I used to wear that badge. Don't do that I don't do that anymore. It doesn't matter how rare or common something is. It's all caused by the same thing. And there are different ways to gradually transition into this. That's why I have a transition lifestyle type of program. I just did those classes in the last few weeks, right? But, you know, absolutely. What's giving you diabetes is all of that. What are you eating? Like, what are you eating now? If you look at what you're eating now and anything of that falls onto the acid alkaline type of scale, then I'm going to tell you your diabetes is going to continue to be an issue. Are you eating high fat? High fat inhibits your insulin receptors in your cells. That is the real cause of it. It's pancreas needs to be healed. There's so many aspects to the healing, but absolutely fruit is the way. That is what is going to heal you. It did for David. It did for David. I have COPD from smoking. Will this help to detox my lungs? Hey there, Carol. Carol, oh, I already rang the bell for you, but maybe not. I think I did. Today is a blur. Welcome to class. Absolutely, it will. Niece is healing her lungs. A lot of people, our lungs are one of the organs where we expel the byproducts of life, the toxins, the debris, the stuff that we no longer need in our body. And when you have damaged your lungs, then the only thing that's going to rejuvenate them is to, number one, first detox your system. And you're not detoxing your lungs, you're detoxing your whole entire body. It's not spot cleaning over here, right? That's not how it happens. So, cleaning out the spaces in between all the cells so that the cells can all evacuate properly into the lymphatic fluid around all the cells and be carried out by your kidneys and by your colon and by your skin. This is the number one first thing that the body needs to do before it can regenerate itself. And Dr. Morse is very clear on this. You can regenerate any part of your body as long as you have some tissue of it there. Just like my liver regenerated itself after my surgery, and I was still eating a bunch of acid crap. So, the body is absolutely incredible when you provide the right environment for it to happen. You're not doing the healing, you realize. It's your body that's doing the healing. You're providing the environment in which your body can go about doing that. So absolutely fruits. If you, in your case, I would definitely recommend herbal support. Absolutely. To get your kidneys open, get your adrenals turned on, get your colon and your bowels cleaned out, and to start your lymphatic system flowing and working. Essential for you, especially with the more compromised, the more toxic your system is, the more support your body is going to need, the more detox symptoms you might experience, the longer it might take. Everybody is different in terms of the depth of the toxicity in their system, in their cells, right? But know for sure that you can do this. And what is your alternative? What is the alternative? If not this, then what? And there are a lot of people who have absolutely healed and cleanse their bodies very, very well on this. And I just scrolled down here and you were saying, I've been on fruit and veg for 2 weeks now, but no detoxes yet. Okay, that's awesome. I would like to see you switch to all fruit. Honestly, I don't know how much fruit and how much veg and how much cooked vegetables, but I would definitely switch to more fruit than vegetables. Fruit is going to detox. It's going to be the most astringent because it's the most alkaline, because the flavonoids are highest, just the nature of fruits. Fruits astringe and vegetables build. So I would really focus on the astringent property of fruits, the cleaning, the hydrating. It's all going to be higher than vegetables. Also, the electromagnetic output of fruits is 8 to 10,000 angstroms of energy. And compare that to vegetables. Let me see if I can remember where this one was. Yes, it's right here. There we go. So, whenever you're healing anything in your body, you need as much cellular dynamic energy on a systemic level as possible. It's like raw fruits is like plugging your phone into a supercharger outlet. Yeah. And it'll charge up really fast, much faster than in a slow or less efficient. I'm just looking at my phone charger thing here. A slower, less efficient plug. You guys know that, right? Well, it's the same thing with your body. So if you want to have the most amplified amount of healing, and if you want to have the most amplified amount of energy for your body to be able to do that healing, then you need to eat the most energetic food, right? So do that. Do that for sure, babe. Watermelon and grapes during the day, excellent. Vegetables at night. Okay, good. You know what? You don't necessarily have a whole lot of detox symptoms, but be careful what you wish for because it's coming. It definitely is coming. It's inevitable, but it's survivable, obviously. Keep doing what you're doing. If you're feeling good and you're thinking that, oh, maybe I'm not doing something right because I'm not having any detox symptoms. No, that's not a thing. You don't need to worry. You don't need to worry about that. All right. I do want to keep that chart up for later on. So let me just do that. Hey, Deborah, do you count avocados, tomato, cucumber, zucchini as fruit? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I would just say limit the avocados, Deborah, if you want to have a more amplified detox. Avocados are one thing that I am going to keep in on my diet moving forward, but I am going to really reduce nuts and seeds because I just want to experiment with that and see how my body reacts to that. Just experimenting. Hey, I wonder what 365 days of like low fat, like 10% fat would make me, how that would make me look and feel in my body. You know what I mean? I'm always on an experimental, I'm always experimenting with what does my body do when I do this in terms of input of energy and input of food. But absolutely, they are fruit. Tomatoes are fruit. Cucumber is fruit, zucchini is fruit. They all grow above the ground and they all have seeds and that fleshy type of flesh around it. So yeah. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Amanda asks, how long did it take you to start feeling better when you started? I would say right away. Of course, every day became progressively better and better and better and better as my lymphatic system started to work, as my kidneys started to open up, which took, I think about 4 weeks. It takes a while for all the stuff to start going, but I was really nourished and I was never hungry. And I felt the energy of the food in me. So I never really felt bad, although that's not true. I've in the beginning, especially, I had some really bad headaches. Yeah, I think I filmed a Facebook Live in the middle or towards the end of one of the headaches. The headache that it was a second headache that I had gotten. My first headache on detox, I took some Advil because I just couldn't cope. Remember, addicted to pain medication. So I was in a place. My second headache, I thought, no, I'm going to deal with this. I'm going to do some hot and cold showers on the back of my neck. I'm going to rebound a little bit. I'm going to lay down. I'm going to breathe, and I'm going to fuel myself with more fruit juice. And it hit me for the entire day. It was a migraine headache, and it was intense, but I did it. And I've never taken Advil since that first week on. And these headaches, these detox symptoms, they come and go. They come and go. You got to look at it like the waves on the ocean, or on the lake. They come and go, and they're not all going to be tidal waves. Some of them are going to be more intense, but I felt better like right away, to be honest with you. And I felt really confident right away because I felt remarkably better. And I felt energized and like I was taking my life back and my power back. And that in itself has a certain energy and momentum behind it. You know what I mean? So don't go into this thinking the worst and thinking that, oh my God, this is going to really suck for me and it's going to be horrible. Nothing could be further from the truth. Nothing could be further from the truth. I don't think. I don't think so. And Amanda says as well down at the bottom, I keep scrolling up and then scrolling down. Love that. Yeah, girl. Hey, Sahara's here. Hello, my darling. I love you so much. How are you? How are my kids? Okay, let me scroll back up. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Yes, I use both whey and plant-based at the end. Yeah. Well, it's all destructive. I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. The isogenics and the whole protein powder craze, and supplements, and it's just not a real way to live. It's not a real way to live. How much actual fresh, juicy fruit did I eat on that? Oh gosh, not a way. Hey, Maureen is still here. Awesome. Maureen says, my gallbladder was taken, but I did that to myself. Lifetime of horrible eating, every new fad out there. Yeah, time to get off that train, right? They removed my gallbladder when they removed my my liver as well. Yeah. Crazy. Just cut you open and take all your stuff out of you. Oh, thank you so much. I love you. You're amazing. I just want to help people too, but I need good health to do that. Absolutely. You can't help people. I don't recommend taking advice from anybody who is not a living example of the truth with they speak. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. And don't try to give advice if you are eating something that is leading to your own demise. Like, oh my gosh, we need to put the horse before the cart, or is that the other way around, putting the cart before the horse? Yeah, don't put the cart before the horse, man. Get yourself on your path. But as soon as you start doing this, I'm telling you, I've had some of my clients start sharing about this and start teaching about it, because once you just start getting into it, Maureen, and you start learning as much as you need to learn, and you start actually becoming the living example of this truth, and you start doing it, then you have some credibility because you're actually doing it. But if you're always going to be promoting one fad diet after the next and not really educating, and I don't mean this to you personally, but to all of us, I feel like that's what I did when I did the whole isogenics thing. Like, what was I talking about? It was crazy talk, right? It seems like it to me now anyhow, because it is. Same thing with the keto thing. Like, you can't be having this beautiful goal of having a refuge for animals and helping animals if you're eating them. That just doesn't make much logical sense, right? So we got to get away from these addictions to certain things that we think are food that are not food. And we've got to put our priorities back on center track. And it's not in eating animals for our bodies. We are carbon machines. We are not nitrogen machines. Not at all. Janita says the GI doctors always say they don't know what causes polyps and diverticulitis, constipation, irritable bowels. Well, I sure think I know. Yes, you do. I will totally vouch for you on that. Yes, you absolutely do. Yep, it's about what you eat, baby. Hold on, let me just scroll up here. I think I got everything. If I did not answer your question, or if I didn't see you and you dropped a comment, please do drop a comment now. I'm about to wrap up for today's class, and I want to make sure that I got you guys. Sheila also said, happy birthday, David. LOL. Thank you. You're so welcome, David. You're so welcome. Did you like my little song? I hope I didn't hurt your ears. Amanda says, happy birthday. And Carrie, happy birthday, David. And Janita, happiest birthday, David. Oh, I love you guys. I love you, Sheila. I love you so much, babe. You're on the right track. You're doing this. Don't give up on yourself, all right? You're doing an awesome job. Oh, thank you. I needed to hear all of that, Burns. Hey, man, I love ya. I love ya. David says, love you all. Sheila, you are awesome. You can forgive yourself. Yeah, give yourself permission to evolve. Give yourself permission to let go of these past traumas, and you will let go of so much. All that stomach issue stuff, you can let all of that go, right? Let all of that go. Hey there, Angela. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, are you new? Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are new, welcome, welcome. Hey there, Carol. I'm so glad that you're in class tonight, babe. I love you too. Fruitarian cat whisperer. Hi, Burns. I made it. Hi, hon. How are you? I'm so glad that you are here. You're new in this class, or did you change your profile name? Welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. I like to ring my teacher bell when I have new students in the class. Yay! Okay, Carrie says, I've been detoxing my dogs for over 2 months. Awesome, babe. Our pets, like our kids, can all be detoxed as well, right? The food that we feed our pets may not be their species-specific diet, and it's going to cause problems. In fact, Dr. Morris often says this. We feed our dogs our diet, and then they get our diseases. Or our pets. We feed our pets our human diet, and then they get the human diseases that we have too. It's crazy. I've noticed they don't drink water like they used to. It's pretty cool that they're getting their fluids from fruits and veggies. Yes. One of my 5 dogs, is that their species specific diet? I have heard Dr. Morse talk about this as well. One of my 5 dogs was bow-legged and her legs are now straight. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. I'm telling you, man, the power of these fruits to astringe and pull. Another one is off her seizure medication that she was on for over 10 years. It's amazing to see my transformation and theirs. They get the rules easier than us humans, right? They really do. Good job for your pups, man. That's so cool. And I love you so much, Sehar. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Cindy is here. Hi, Cindy. Oh my gosh, I've been thinking about you. I hope that your preparation to move is going well. Oh my gosh, what a job, eh? Aw, thanks, Amanda. I love you so much. You are just glowing. It's the fruits, baby. It's the fruits. It's the fruits. Carol says, happy birthday, David. Hi from Alex. I've been drinking a lot of juice. Alex, you're 10 years old, right? Oh my gosh, we have students in this class who are 5 years old, who are 10, 11, 12, right up to in their 80s. And yeah, I think 80s is one of our oldest students. I'm so glad that you are here, Alex. How's the juicing going? How's the pineapple juice, my friend? Oh my God, I love you so much. Thank you for being here. And Alex is Olga's son, and Olga is doing a beautiful job healing herself as well. And Alex is here healing himself too. Hey, man. This makes me so happy. Thanks, Burns. Happy birthday, Dave. Bye. Love to you all. Yes, thank you so much for being here, Carrie. Carrie Ann. And then Carrie says, thank you very much. Great class. Needed this. I'm so happy. I'm so happy this class happened today too. Number 8. No, you're 8. 8 years old. What? We have another, Sahar's son, Amar, is 8 years old too. So you're in good company. Good company, my friend. Good. You like it? Oh, that's so awesome. Keep drinking your juice. All right, Alex, if you can keep drinking your juice and if you can keep eating lots and lots of fruits, I'm telling you, man, you are going to have such an easy time in this lifetime because you're going to be healthy. Because fruits are what we were designed to eat. You're never too young and you're never too old to learn about this, right? Putting it into practice, being excited about your fruits, knowing that this is actually the food that you were designed to make to use for fuel is going to mean a world of difference. You will never regret this. Never regret this. Amazing. Right? Way to get those juices in. All right, Alex. Okay. I'm so proud of you, my friend. I can't wait to see how you grow up to be just an amazing, even more amazing young man and person, a spiritual giant among men. You are incredible. Keep doing this. Thank you, Burns. You're so very inspiring. You're welcome. Consciousness, I'm not seeing your comments. What? What the what? What? What the what? What? Can't see them, babe. I'm so sorry. I'm not ignoring you. I'm scrolling up and I cannot see where your comments are. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're such an important part of this class. You know that, right? Of course. Yeah, you guys are so welcome. So let's call that a class for today, shall we? Again, thank you for allowing me to share my story with you guys. I hope that it inspires some of you to take your health back, to get on board, and to really start putting this into practice so that you can have a truly amazing life that you came here to have. We did not come here to suffer. I do not believe that. I think we end up suffering because we are just caught up in what everybody else is doing in terms of what we put into our bodies. But I think we can turn that around. I'm living proof that you can. I'm living proof that you can turn this around. So, keep it fruity, my friends. Keep it fruity. I will see you all mañana. I love you. That went down the wrong way, as it does sometimes. Hold on. I'll see you all tomorrow, and I love you. Bye.